In light of my last video talking about the Kel-Tec CMR30, the MP7 we have at home, which is a 22 WMR 22 Magnum chambered carbine, got me thinking about the caliber or the cartridge of 22 Magnum, and I realized that I've got this Walther WMP, which is a pistol that is chambered in 22 Magnum that has not been on the channel yet. I've had this pistol for about 1.5 years, coming up on 2 years or so, and I realized again it has never been on the channel, and that's a shame. So we're just going to keep rolling along with 22 Magnum for this week's video as well. Again, I've had it for about 2 years. I haven't used it a ton, but it's got some fair, it got its fair share of love and fair share of wear on it. It's mainly bounced around like in backpacks and in the car. It's just a really good, you know, just kind of, I don't want to say disposable pistol, but it doesn't cost a whole lot, but you do get a lot for your money. It's a very easy pistol to shoot, very comfortable to shoot. It's a full-size platform shooting a small cartridge, so the recoil is very, very manageable, which is why I do think this pistol is a fantastic pistol. If you're just getting started shooting pistols, if you're a smaller stature, maybe you're a woman, or just somebody with smaller stature, smaller hands, you should be able to handle this pistol very, very well. With it being that full size, it's going to soak up basically all of the recoil of 22 Magnum, and then also some of the controls make it very, very easy for you with smaller hands, weaker hands to control. Obviously, with it being a very light cartridge, the slide is super, super easy to work because it doesn't require much to cycle with that 22 Magnum round. So again, the slide is very, very easy to manage. It's got good serrations on it. Makes it really easy to grip a hold of, even if your hands are wet, that kind of stuff. Got gloves on. And then when it comes to the magazine release, it is ambidextrous. So you've got your standard button mag release right there on either side. And then you've also got like the HK style paddles right there at the trigger guard. Try to get a good angle where you can see that. So it's just straight down right there. So even if your hands are small and you can't get your thumb over to the button, then you can just take that trigger finger and bump it down. Or I generally use my my support side thumb, and that's how I tend to drop the magazine. And then with 22 Magnum, as I discussed in the last video with the CMR30, the amount of ammo options that are on the market makes 22 Magnum very, very appealing, even for, you know, like home defense and that kind of stuff, if it's what you feel comfortable handling. It's not what I would recommend. If I had my ruthers, you know, I'm going to choose to run like a 9mm or bigger for home defense. But if you're not comfortable handling the recoil from a 9mm, then I think there's definitely worse options than 22 Magnum. You've got like the Spirit Gold Dot, you've got the Hornady Critical Defense, which is what I generally keep loaded up in this in one of my magazines. And that's a very, very effective bullet type. The Hornady Critical Defense is what I carry, is the round or the bullet design that I carry in my my concealed carry gun. I just carry it in a 9mm as opposed to a 22 caliber. But it's a very, very good bullet design for self-defense and hitting soft targets. So think self-defense, home defense, that kind of stuff. Talking about the Walther WMP, just the pistol itself, obviously it's from Walther. They're one of my favorite gun manufacturers. I've got several Walther PDPs, and it's kind of the gun that I cut my teeth on when it comes to pistols. Been shooting them for several years now and really, really enjoy that platform. This is a slightly different platform, so it's not like it's a Walther PDP as far as the feel and the ergonomics and controls and that kind of stuff. But since it is from Walther and it is actually manufactured by Walther, I do have a lot of trust in this pistol. I really, really trust Walther. They've got great products, and I've never really heard too many complaints about them. So you are getting a quality pistol when you do buy the WMP. I've had no reliability issues out of it. One thing that I do really like about this pistol is the fact that it is a hammer-fired system, as you can see right here on the back of the pistol. So it is kind of like an enclosed hammer, if you will. It doesn't protrude from the gun until it is in the firing process, and then you'll see the hammer kind of pull back. But the hammer is somewhat protected, but seeing that it is a hammer fired system, you're generally going to get past a lot of the reliability issues with rimfire. Most of your rimfire pistols are going to be a striker fired system, which is generally a weaker system than a hammer fired, meaning that the hammer fired system is going to hit that round with more force than the striker fired. And on average, rimfire rounds require more force or more energy to actually set the round off as opposed to center fire guns. So seeing that this is made by a quality manufacturer and it is a quality operating system like a hammer fired system, you do get past a lot of the reliability issues of rimfire rounds, which is one of my main concerns when it comes to using rimfire for any sort of defensive situations. It's just, on average, it's too unreliable. But this pistol right here does take some very, very good steps at mitigating the unreliability of rimfire rounds itself. How I've got this one set up is just a Surefire X300 on the front, and then the red dot that I've got is from a company called Aimwin. I think I ended up with this through some product photography that I've done for them. It's just an RMSC pattern red dot, but it is a fairly large window. It's the same cheap RMSC red dot that you get from about any manufacturer out there. This one's just got the Aimwin logo on it. But the window does seem to be a little bit bigger, but a lot of the design features are the exact same as the other ones coming out of the OEM that manufactures this dot. Seeing that this is a rimfire pistol and it's a large rimfire pistol, meaning that the slide's got quite a bit of mass, but then you are running a slightly weaker recoil spring. I've tried to mitigate the amount of weight that I'm putting on here, so that's why I am running the RMSC pattern footprint red dot. I could go with any of the other footprints on here, but the RMSC tends to be the smallest of the options, and I just want to increase the reliability as much as I can by not putting too big of a red dot and bogging down that slide. But I think that kind of covers it all. We're going to go ahead and shoot it and just demonstrate what 22 Magnum out of a platform like this, just how easy it is to control regardless of your experience level. It's a very, very controllable round, especially coming out of this WMP by Walther. I do want to give a quick shout out. They're not paying me to do anything like this or anything like that, but Earmore, I've been looking for some in-ear ear protection, and they actually reached out and was like, hey, we'd like to send you some hearing protection. Is there anything that you're interested in? So I got some of their like over the ears. They're really, really nice. They got gel cups on them, which is always the first thing that I do with ear protection. I take out the foam ear cups and put in gel. But what I really, really like is these are the M20T Pros. So they are in-ears. They're a little carrying case. The case itself is about the size of like, well, by a box of 22 Magnum. It's a chargeable case. Then you've got the earbuds inside, and there's several different like little ear pieces. So I'm running foam ones, but you can run rubber ones. They've got different sizes for this piece right here that actually holds it in your ear. These are Bluetooth, so they connect to my phone if I want to listen to music while I'm out here shooting, which is a game changer if you've never done that. That's phenomenal. You can basically, I can calm myself down or hype myself up depending on what kind of music I'm listening to. So depending on how I want to train, I can do that. And then they've got 3 different settings. So you've got ambient, which means that I'm hearing all of my surroundings. I can hear me talking, I can hear anybody else talking, but as soon as something breaks that decibel limit, like a gunshot, it is going to shut off. I can tap the button on the side and it's going to go to clear voice. I hear less of my surroundings, but I do hear all of the voices going on. But again, when it breaks that decibel limit, it is going to shut off. And then if I just want to cut out absolutely everything, then I can do quiet mode, and that mutes everything regardless of the decibel limit. And all 3 of those settings do work with music. And I'm telling you, these things are a game changer. If you're looking for some in-ear ear protection, want to listen to music, that kind of stuff, check out the Earmore M20T Pros. Now the magazines for the WMP are 15 round magazines. They're pretty sturdy polymer magazines. They've got some good thickness to them. And then they do have the little tab that you pull down on the side, makes it really, really easy to load. And again, they are 15 rounds, a true 15 round magazine. You can see this fully loaded up with 15 rounds, and there's even a little bit of space in there, which is sometimes an issue as far as loading a magazine to the advertised limit. Is it'll say, you know, 15 rounds or 12 rounds or whatever, but really you got to offload one, otherwise it's just too tight to actually insert into the gun. That's not the case here. That clicks right up into place without any issues whatsoever. But again, it's a super easy pistol to shoot. There's basically no recoil at all. You can see there, I mean, it's super, super manageable pistol regardless of your experience shooting pistols, that kind of stuff. I just realized that I've not had my eye pro on this whole time. So don't do what I do, but do what I say. Protect those eyeballs. You only get one set. You don't want to have to live without them. But again, this pistol is just one of the easiest pistols to shoot, even one-handed. This is what I'm gonna be hitting right here. This is, or what I'm gonna be shooting at. Hopefully I hit it. It's a 1/3 size silhouette at, I don't know, probably 30 yards, 25, 30 yards. There it is. Like I said, it's a really, really easy pistol to shoot. Let's go on and stretch it out to 50 on the full size. That thing's hitting with force, and these rounds are screaming out of there. I can barely pick up the sound of the target getting hit over top of the gunfire itself. Now I've got a popper out at 100. Let's see if we can hit that. That's quite a stretch for a rimfire pistol. That's a hit right there. A miss. All right, let's try that again. Let's try to hit the 100-yard target before my camera battery dies. One of the issues with this pistol that I do have is holster compatibility. Not many options at all as far as holsters go. That's an impact right there. The miss. Hit. It's a miss. To hit at 100, I'm literally holding dead on. All right, let's just go back up close again. This thing is just so doggone easy to shoot. So yeah, I mean, that's just, again, just a quick video talking about this. Again, I realized this pistol had never been on the channel. Figured I might as well throw out my thoughts on it over like 2-ish years of owning it, what I think about the pistol itself. And then as far as 22 Magnum as a caliber, I think it's an option out there. I'm not gonna say it's a great option or one of the best options, but it is certainly an option. And the rounds that some other companies are putting out for 22 Magnum, it's pretty impressive. Again, this is a pistol, 22 Magnum, and I'm hitting 100 yards on a half-size silhouette and a popper, holding dead on, and these rounds are just flying so fast and flat that it's not an issue at all. I'm having an easier time hitting the 100-yard targets with this than I do my 9mm. Not that that's a super practical stat to base your decision off of, but 22 Magnum is a pretty hot round as far as the speed that it's flying at. Yeah, if you're looking for a good option, especially if you're a new pistol shooter, want something to kind of cut your teeth on, train on, this is probably a pretty good option for you, and I think will get you comfortable. It'll teach you how to shoot a pistol well before you jump into something like a 9mm. I jumped straight into a 9mm, so did thousands of other people, but if that's not the approach you want to take, or you're not comfortable working a 9mm, this is certainly an option on the market that I would not laugh at if you decide to go this way. It's a great pistol if you're just looking for something fun. Again, great pistol. And Walther does put out the WMP, I think they call it the SD. It's got a threaded barrel. This would be a sweet package with a suppressor on the end of it. But I got this one before they came out with the SD. But if you want to do that, it'd be a fantastic setup, be a super fun gun, especially to keep in a backpack, a hunting pack, or what have you, keep in the car. You know, just that kind of stuff. But I think that's all I have for you. I appreciate you watching. I will catch you on the next